very warm welcome to Newswatch here on Hope TV. Hope you had a great day today. My name is Melissa Oduor. On the sign language tonight is Boniface Muredi. Newswatch begins now. President William Ruto has dismissed critics of the Hustler Fund, saying they have refused to acknowledge its design to empower and transform the lives of millions of Kenyans. This comes a day after the Kenya National Commission on Human Rights in a report called for the decommissioning of the fund, saying it was riddled with legal, political and structural flaws that make it unsalvageable. Speaking during a presidential roundtable with the private sector in Nairobi, the president, however, pointed out that in just under 3 years, the fund has disbursed over 72 billion shillings to 26 million Kenyans. Additionally, he said the Hustler Fund has mobilized more than 5 billion shillings in savings and provided necessary working capital to millions of entrepreneurs as proof that even the smallest of businesses can thrive with the right support. The president has accused those opposed to the fund, saying they are oblivious of the despair of being locked out of the financial system. Now, he has pointed out that the Hustler Fund has enabled 26 million Kenyans with good credit rating history to access bank loans without strict regulations.
Our critics, the naysayers, the perpetual pessimists, and the chorus that never sees anything working in Kenya would have you believe that the Hustler Fund is a failure, as it is indicated in today's newspapers. They say this because they either do not understand or refuse to acknowledge the daily realities of millions of Kenyans this fund was designed to empower. To some of our friends, a micro loan of 1,000 seems too small to matter to anybody. But that is only because they have never walked in the shoes of those who were left at the margins of our society for far too long. They have never experienced the despair of being locked out of the financial system like millions of Kenyans have been for a long time, of having no credit history, no collateral, and no chance. That's what Hustler Fund is affording. And now, those same critics are spreading fear and despondency by falsely claiming that the fund has a 60% default rate. That is a deliberate distortion of facts. The truth, backed by data, is that the Hustler Fund has a recovery rate of 83.3%. nearly identical to that of formal banking sector, whose repayment rates stands at 83.6%.
Now, human rights activists led by Vocal Africa are now calling for the abolition of the Kenya Police Service following a recent expose by the Ethics and Anti-Corruption Commission EACC that ranked the police as the most corrupt government agency in the country. According to the Anti-Corruption Commission's latest report, the Kenya Police topped the list with a staggering corruption prevalence rate of 62%, raising serious concerns about integrity and accountability within the force. Caleb Moti reports.
Reactions to the Anti-Corruption Commission's report on most corrupt sectors continue to be voiced. The report released yesterday once again exposed major loopholes within the country's police agency, which has been named the most corrupt institution once again.
Just acknowledge and go back to life.
The report revealed that 62% of respondents had identified the Kenya Police Service as the most corrupt public institution. This marks yet another year the service has topped the list, raising fresh concern about ongoing reforms within the force.
In terms of the most corrupt government agents department, the Kenya Police, the Directorate of Immigration, and the Registrar of Persons topped, but the Kenya Police has the highest level of perception, as you can see by the bar that is shown there. Traffic police was specifically identified, the National Treasury, Civil Registration, Internal Security, Social Health Authority, Staff, State Department of Lands and Fiscal Planning, as well as the State Department of Medical Services.
According to Vocal Africa Chief Executive Officer Hussein Khalid, the police force is significantly fueling the chaos currently being experienced in the country.
The release of yesterday's Ethics and Anti-Corruption Commission report has once again exposed a bitter truth that Kenyans live with every single day. That Kenya Police Service is the most corrupt institution in the country yet again.
Civil society groups and right activists have renewed their calls for urgent institutional reforms to restore public trust in law enforcement.
Our demand number 4.
The activists are now demanding a complete overhaul of the entire police service, citing systematic corruption and abuse of power.
Our demands, with the above background, we, the undersigned organization led by Vocal Africa, demand an urgent, fearless and total disbandment and recruitment of policies in Kenya. These demands are not suggestive, they are moral and constitutional necessity. Number one, disbandment the Kenya Police Service completely. This institution is beyond repair. No reforms can serve it. It is remarkable and must be dismantled entirely, and new people entirely policy model with a new name and uniform created from scratch.
Arrest all killer cops immediately. All officers are suspected of involvement in extrajudicial killings and enforcement disappearance must be arrested, prosecuted and permanently banned from our serving in any law enforcement capacity.
As pressure mounts from the public and civil society, all eyes are now on the government to take decisive action to curb corruption, especially in the country's public sector, in order to win back public confidence in the government institutions. Reporting for Hope TV Newswatch, I'm Caleb Moti.
Thank you, Caleb, for that report. Moving on, Kericho Governor Dr. Eric Mutai is staring at another impeachment attempt by the Kericho County Assembly members. The MCAs have tabled a motion to impeach the governor after they allegedly uncovered over 80 million shillings paid to over 35 companies for work not done, contrary to the law. The County Assembly's ad hoc committee has confirmed that 85 million shillings was stolen from the county coffers. The report tabled today recommends the immediate dismissal and prosecution of top officials, mainly chief officers. The committee has pinned ultimate responsibility on the governor, with MCAs led by Sigowet Ward representative writing to the clerk of the County Assembly, proposing a motion to remove the governor from office. The latest ouster attempt comes less than a year after the Senate blocked a similar bid to remove Mutai from office. Lands and Fiscal Planning Cabinet Secretary, Principal Secretary Nixon Korir has told the Parliamentary Committee on Lands that the State Department raised 3.59 billion shillings during the financial year 2024-2025 from the appropriations in aid collections. P.S. Korir, who appeared before the Parliamentary Committee chaired by North Mugirango MP Joash Nyamoko to shed light on the implementation status of the budget, explained that the State Department's overall absorption under the recurrent vote was 99% during the 2024-2025 financial year. Committee members also raised other land-related matters, including queries on what measures the PS had rolled out to deal with the land cartels within the State Department. Nyamoko noted that there was need for the PS and the State Department team to increase engagements with the committee as a measure to iron out all emergent issues on a timely basis. The committee also separately met officials from the National Lands Commission NLC, led by Chairman Gershom Otachi and CEO Kabale Tache.
It's good she's brought it up. So I think we need to familiarize ourselves. They sometimes go to Jenna's office. Jenna is not very sure whether they are from this committee of economic development. The same thing to Maritime. and the team from administration, land adjudication. So I think it will bring us closer. This is especially for the new members who join us.
The peers prepared to read the proposal that we have made the act, so that we have registrars as advocates. I would like to inform you, one of the requirements when you are applying for a license is to do a 1 unit post-university on that road, and it's only done in December. So we are as useful as good as right.
What is the success rate of the digitization of this artisan? You talked about land cartels on how they're very powerful. What gives them the strength? Because we hear a lot of stories about land cartels and how the system is so corrupt from within.
To the effect that the land fraud department that was formed by the DCI to assist in matters land is that we are working very closely, that we have actually given them an office in RDLs so that they can be able to assist us. Whenever a land registrar, for example, or any land officer suspects a document to be fraudulent, it is actually forwarded to that office for investigation immediately.
Over 100 youth leaders from over 30 counties have held a consultative meeting aimed at fostering youth engagement and strengthening party unity as the DCP party prepares for future electoral endeavors. The meeting held at the DCP headquarters was led by Deputy Party Leader Cleopas Malala, who emphasized the commitment to empowering young voices within the party and urged the youth to actively vie for various positions in the upcoming general elections. During the event, youth representatives affirmed their dedication to strategizing on effective ways to address issues affecting young people across the country. DCP Party Secretary General Hezron Obaga called on the youth to take up their roles proactively, assist in party popularization and be at the forefront of registering new members.
Truly, we need mentorship. Ama ni aje? Kama umesimama, you know there are sometimes kitu ina happen kwa ground, you don't know what to do. In politics, you have to react in real time, isn't it? So sometimes you just need to grab a phone and call someone and say, this and this has happened, what should I do next? Now sometimes when you make a small mistake, it costs you, isn't it? So we need mentorship, and that's why they are here today.
Sisi tumesema in 2027, William Ruto akienda nyumbani, Raila Odinga pia paka ende nyumbani. Na sisi kama chama cha DCP, we are serious. Sisi tuko na presidential candidate wetu, anaitwa Rigathi Gachagua. Kura ikiitwa leo na tusimamishe na tuwe na tunaenda kwa ballot, tutapeleka presidential candidate. Rigathi Gachagua is our presidential candidate. Sisi mnaunga mkono hiyo? Taunga, tutasukuma hii kitu bana. So we want to tell Morathe and the Jubilee fraternity, we are not part of that Raila scheme. Raila Odinga and William Ruto are one-term candidates. Na sisi tuwapeleka nyumbani. We want a fresh beginning for Kenya.
And First Lady Mama Rachel Ruto has emphasized the importance of schools having access to reliable water to ensure quality school meals, hence quality education. Speaking during the launch of a school borehole at the Bondo Kosiemo Primary School in Nyatike, Migori County, Mama Rachel said she was making good a pledge she made to the school in March this year to provide safe and reliable water for the learners. She has urged the local community to continue working to ensure that the children can focus on learning instead of searching for water.
Without water, we cannot cook the meals that we cook here for the children. The kitchen garden cannot run. The children cannot have water to drink. And we know that our president is doing everything, just like the leaders have spoken, to make sure that there's water that is usable, good water in the entire nation, so that the great people of Kenya can have clean water to drink so that their health can be good. So we know that today we are here in Bondo Kosiemo. It is just one school. Last week we were in Makueni, and we are trusting God that working with the national government and other partners that we'll be able to go to different parts of this nation to be able to help communities and especially schools so that they can have clean drinking water. And this is for our children, because when our children have good water that they drink, then we know that their health is good and they are able to study.
Your visit here is symbolic. Mine is just to really, really appreciate you. You came, you promised, na umetenda. Uliahidi na ukatenda. We are so grateful. We are so excited. You can even see the smile on the children's faces. And it is indeed very interesting because this week we are celebrating water, sanitation, and it is also the breastfeeding week. And what you have done today, by just the stroke of pressing that machine, you have laid the foundation of water, sanitation, because everything, food, diseases, and all the related issues can be addressed through water. So thank you very much. And just as our MP has said, we want to make a commitment that we've seen the fruits of this government, and for sure we are going to stand with you up to 2032.
We want also to appreciate what our president is doing for the people of Migori County. Is this partnership that we are seeing that in the next few years, Migori County is going to compete with the other counties in this Republic of Kenya. Because we feel that in the past many years, Migori County had been left behind. Your Excellency, what you are doing to the people of Migori and what is the President doing to the people of Migori is just, because you are giving them what they deserve, what they had missed for many years.
Let's take a short break now here on Newswatch on Hope TV. Don't go too far. We have more news items lined up for you.
There's a world out there searching for hope, and you can help bring it home. By becoming a friend of Hope, you're helping us share the love of Jesus through Hope FM and Hope TV. With a donation of any amount, join hands with us to bring hope and point souls to the transforming power of Jesus Christ. Become a friend of Hope today by making your donation through the M-Pesa paybill number 933933, account FOH. For more information on how to become a friend of Hope, call 0116-212-723 or email customerexperience@hopefm.org or visit www.hopemediakenya.org. Friends of Hope, keeping hope alive. Need a breakthrough? Start with prayer. Watch and Pray with Mama Ada Adoyo isn't just another show. It's a lifeline where we pray boldly, believe truly, and carry one another in faith. Join us every Monday evening from 8 to 9 p.m. only on Hope TV. Hope TV is where you look and live, with an excellent selection of the best Christian programming consisting of local and international content of inspirational stories, talk shows, Bible commentary, youth, health shows, children entertainment, contemporary gospel music, extended times of worship, live broadcast, news, movies, drama, Christian ministry programs, and so much more. Hope TV is another quality service from Christ is the Answer Ministries with over 45% of authentic and credible local content every week. Hope TV is a sister station to Hope FM, Kenya's leading Christian radio station with footprints across the country. Tune in to Hope TV, where you look and live.
We're back with more news items here on Newswatch on Hope TV. Now, 2 people have perished on the spot in a tragic road accident at the Kisii town's busy Darajambili open-air market. 11 others were rushed to various health facilities after sustaining injuries, with 3 in critical condition at the Kisii Teaching and Referral Hospital. Kitutu Central OCPD Kazungu Charo, who confirmed the incident, said a canter transporting consumable goods from Nairobi lost control and rammed into a Prado, a Probox and 4 motorcycles before hitting a woman and a man, both traders at the market. Charo observed that the open-air facility was a black spot and that vehicles and motorcycles parked and picked up passengers despite the fact that there was no stage. The bodies have been removed to the Kisii Teaching and Referral Hospital as investigations into the accident commence. Eyewitnesses have petitioned the county and national governments to fix the section of the road that has claimed several lives in the past.
Tuko na watu 11 ambao wamepata majeraha na wamepelekwa hospitali mbalimbali. Wengi wao wakiwa wamepelekwa hapa Kisii Teaching and Referral Hospital. Watatu wao wako hali mbaya, lakini tunawaombea wapone ili waweze kuja kujenga taifa. Kwa ufupi, hatutaendelea sana kwa sababu ndio tumeanzisha uchunguzi tujue kiini hasa chanzo cha ajali hii. Mwanzo kabisa tunapeleka rambirambi kwa wale wote ambao wamefiwa na jamaa zao ambao wamehusika katika ajali hii. Pili, tunawaombea wale ambao wako hospitali waweze kupona haraka. Na cha msingi ni kwamba tungeomba wananchi wetu, daraja mbili pale ni kweli ndio tunapata mapato yetu, lakini tuwe chonjo sana kwa sababu sisi wenyewe wananchi wakati mwingine tunaenda paka tunaingia kwa barabara. Naomba mahali kumetengewa biashara ya soko ifanywe soko na watu wafanye biashara zao huko, na mahali kumetengewa barabara iwe tu ni ya kutumika kwa barabara.
Across our borders now, the Rwandan parliament has passed the draft law regulating health services that will, among other things, allow limited access to adolescents aged 15 years and above to sexual and reproductive health services without parental consent. The new law also allows the adolescents to access menstrual health support as well as HIV and STI screening. The landmark Healthcare Services Law also introduces specific regulations on surrogacy and IVF as a form of associated reproductive technology allowed in Rwanda. While hailing the new law, the Rwandan Ministry of Health said it will replace 3 outdated and fragmented health laws and provides regulation to digital health services and assisted reproductive technologies. The decision has, however, stirred both praise and massive online critics and silent protests among citizens in the largely conservative country who say, while the law intends to stem the rise of teenage pregnancy and associated poverty, it has failed to mention HIV or the use of PrEP preventative medication. And further afield, more than 100 people are missing and at least one has died after a cloud burst triggered devastating flash floods in the northern Indian states of Uttarakhand. Heavy rains have been lashing the Himalayan state of Uttarakhand over the past few weeks. Uttarkashi, where Darali village is located, has been particularly affected, with flooding reported in many places. Rescue operations are underway in Uttarkashi district after a massive wave of water surged down the mountains into Darali village on Tuesday, submerging roads and buildings in its path. Some army teams have been stationed in Darali since Tuesday, but other disaster response forces and district officials have been unable to reach the area due to damaged roads and heavy rainfall. We're looking at business news now. Safaricom is scaling up its commitment to support small business owners and players in Kenya's mobility sector. Through the Safaricom Sapphire Connection Forum Connect Forum held in Nairobi, over 250 cab drivers and ride-hailing operators gathered for a day of financial literacy, digital skills training and business mentorship. The event, hosted at Strathmore University, is part of a wider initiative to help enterprising Kenyans grow their income and navigate economic challenges with smart, sustainable solutions.
And as you hear, we teach business, and we are here to learn a bit about that money connection. Sawa sawa?
Today we're hosting our segment Sapphire, where we work with individuals who have got big aspirations like we all do, but specifically entrepreneurs. So today we're talking to them about how they can grow their business. We're talking to them around how they can access finance. We're talking to them around the digital tools and how they can work with AI to increase productivity. Why is this important? Because entrepreneurs form the biggest base of our small to medium-sized businesses in this country, and we build solutions specifically for them.
You're talking about financial wellness. How do I just move away from depending on a day-to-day job? And some of them actually, when they fall sick, they don't go to job, they don't get their earning, right? So we have things like Taashi or Tunza Biashara. Tunza Biashara is a product that is going to secure them or insure them so that once they get sick, they don't get to go to job, they can also earn some money from it.
Our role at Safaricom is to transform, and so what we have done and have been doing across the country is working with entrepreneurs to make sure that they have the right tools, they have the power to connect, creating networks through the communities we bring together today, giving them the power to access our services and our solutions, and giving them the power of research and innovation that can help to scale their businesses.
A look at sport now. Njoroge Kibugu of Windsor Golf Hotel and Country Club held his nerve to clinch the Nyali leg of the Sunshine Development Tour East Africa Swing after a tense final round at the Nyali Golf and Country Club in Mombasa. Playing alongside Greg Snow, Kibugu started positively with a birdie on the opening hole but dropped a shot on the third. Kibugu edged out Rwanda's Celestine Nsazuwera and home favourite Daniel Duva, who tied for a second at 3 over par 216. Tied for fourth on 5 over par 218 were Nigeria's Olapade Sunday and David Wahu of Golf Park. The event featured the top 30 players and ties from the 70-player starting field, with 2 million shillings in prize money and official world golf ranking points on offer. The Sunshine Development Tour East Africa Swing now moves to the South Coast for the 4th leg, scheduled for the 9th to the 11th of this month at the Diamonds Leisure Beach and Golf Resort, as the race for the Order of Merit intensifies. Football Kenya Federation FKF has entered into a 15 million shilling partnership with the Kenya Tourism Board KTB under the Magical Kenya brand. The 6-month partnership aims to promote both tourism through football by leveraging the sport's popularity in Kenya.
It's very, very exciting to be here today with the rest of the team. To announce to you that we will be working together in the coming days, weeks and months. Sports tourism is one of the fastest growing sectors around the world. This partnership will ensure that not only the ecosystem of football is grown and developed, but also within the tourism sector, the local tourism sector. It will also provide an opportunity to showcase our talent, and this talent can represent us all over the world. Where they play for foreign teams and for clubs, just as our athletes have done when they travel to compete in all those markets out.
Our partnership that we are signing this afternoon is an affirmation from the Ministry of Tourism and Wildlife through our agency, Kenya Tourism Board, that we are in it together. We are supporting our teams, we are supporting our federation, because we know that sports tourism is one of the lowest hanging fruits, being a home of champions in all the sports that we participate in is a great honor for Kenya.
And Harambee Stars head coach Benny McCarthy broke down during a press conference as he paid tribute to his former FC Porto teammate Jorge Costa, who died yesterday aged 53 following a cardiac arrest at the club's training centre. McCarthy was addressing a press at the Moi International Sports Centre Kasarani ahead of the Kenya's African Nations Championship CHAN match against Angola. He broke down after a journalist asked his reflection on the fallen ex-Porto star. An emotional McCarthy paused for about a minute before wiping tears off his eyes, passionately narrating his fond memories for Costa. He remembered Costa as a leader who always meant business, whose influence on the players was evident on and off the pitch. Costa, a defender, led the Portuguese club to Champions League glory under manager Jose Mourinho in 2004 and won 50 caps for Portugal. He moved into management and held positions at 16 clubs before taking up the role of Porto's director of professional football last season. Indeed, we condole with FC Porto for the passing on of Jorge Costa. That's how we wrap up Newswatch tonight. Many thanks for your company as we brought you this newscast. My name is Melissa Oduor. Boniface Muredi has been on the sign language on behalf of the entire production crew behind the scenes. Have a good night.